Wishing on a dream to find out what it means. I'm wishing on a dream. Welcome to the video. My name's Steven. In this video, we're going to be responding to a comment from my video, 4 signs that your friends secretly envy you. And we're going to be talking about micro expressions. And we're going to talk about 10 signs that somebody secretly hates your guts, or at least doesn't like what you're saying. So this comment comes from Ali Yusuf. Hey boss, just wanted to say you're doing great things. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Keep those videos coming. Thanks, bro. About micro expressions, I've noticed something about a friend of mine. I'd catch him giving me these bad looks sometimes paired with weird energy, sly digs, and those just jokes kind of remarks. And you know what they say? The eyes, Chico, they never lie. Shout out to Scarface, baby. And shout out to the video. Let me get my notes pulled up. Let's do it. Let's talk about 10 micro expressions. Bro, if you already notice this guy doesn't like you, stop hanging out with him. But we're going to talk about 10 more micro expressions that people might be giving you. And that's pretty sick. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. We have a forced smile. You know, people hit that. You know that little, bro. The way to tell if someone is forcing a smile is that they got like really, really tight lips. You know what I mean? The lips, it's all in the lips. It's the, what I'm talking about? Forced ass smile. That shit's fake. Get that out of here. We don't play those games. If you're hanging out with your friends, by the way, quick tip, if you're looking for micro expressions, go look at some old videos in your phone of you and your friends and see some of these micro expressions for yourself firsthand. And then you'll realize who's your real friends and who's not. Or old friends, you're like, I don't hang out with this person anymore. It's probably because they didn't like me, because in this video, they hit this micro expression. But if their lips are tight, you can see it in the lips. I know I look funny doing that. But that is proof right there that they're smiling because they feel like they have to, not because they actually want to. Bro, can you quit it with the quacking thing? I'm trying to do a YouTube video right now. Number 2, we got narrow eyes. If somebody's squinting when they're looking at you, they're probably about to scrutinize the next thing that you say. So if you're saying something and someone hits you with they're definitely about to say some stuff back. They're about to clap back at you, bro. You need to get that out of your life, okay? This person has something against what you're saying. The point of this video, it's not necessarily like, obviously people make these micro expressions. I don't want you to go look at your mom and then your mom makes this tight grin and you're like, oh, that's my mom. Get her out of here. Get her out of my life. Or like my friend, you're like, get this friend out of my, like, don't do all that. Just pay attention, pay close attention to what people do. My dog is a ruckus. He's making a mess. My dog is rough and he's just over here walking around everywhere making this commotion while I'm trying to make this video. So that's the second one. Make sure people, if they're hitting you like this little number, they're just sitting there and they're like, I actually had a friend of mine that used to do that. Now I can recall, I have a friend of mine and we don't really hang out that much anymore, but anytime I'd say something that he didn't like, he'd be, you know what I mean? No, get that out of your life right now. Those people, they always have something to say. You don't want that around, okay? Pay close attention. People do these signs often. They probably don't like you. Sorry, bro. Number 3, we got lip pressing. This kind of goes with the last sign that I just mentioned. Where I just went like the, what I'm talking about? That's the hey, bro, I don't like what you're about to say. So they might be scrutinizing you. And if you catch someone doing that over and over and over again, it's probably time to get them away because they always have something to say. You need to have people in your life that are productive and that actually help you with your goals and you help them. You guys need to work together and do great things in this world. And I hope your friends help you do that. Number 4, we have lip biting and cheek biting. These are actually, they're way different. Lip biting, like if your bro's lip biting, bro's hitting you with that little lip bite, you might want to get away from him if you don't swing that way. I don't swing that way, so I don't do that kind of stuff. But cheek biting, somebody's hitting that, I don't even know how to, yeah, like that. They're lying. They're lying. It's in the eyes, Chico. Pay attention to the eyes. They're lying. They're lying to you. That's always just a quick no-brainer for me. If someone's biting their lip, they definitely feel uncomfortable in a situation. If you're a dude and you're out on a date with a girl and she starts biting her lip, bro, you need to get that tab and go home. Okay, you don't need to be like, hey, what you trying to do after? Go home. Go home. That girl feels awkward around you, bro, and you don't need a case. Number 6, we have eye darting. This is one of my favorite things to pay attention to: the eyes. Always pay attention to the eyes. If somebody is like looking around the room, or they're kind of hitting this, looking like a direction, they're trying to leave. It's time to get out of that conversation. So if you're talking to somebody and that person starts, another one too, and I actually don't have this written down, but if always look at people's feet, and you can't see my feet, but if my feet were over here and I'm talking to you like this, but I was standing up and the door's over there, then you would know that I'm probably trying to leave. Especially like you see this right here, this with the shoulders. When people aren't open up and engaged in the conversation with their hands, or at least doing something with their hands, and they're like this, they're kind of off-putting. Some way you can get some people out of that. This is a good sales trick. Um, I've used this before. Give that person something. Just say, "Hey, bro, like here, hold this piece of paper for me," and they hold it, and naturally they open up. But people, if they're like closed off and they're like faced like this, and they're darting their eye, they're like, "Yeah," and like kind of looking over there and like looking back and forth, or even, if they're uncomfortable. I've seen this is very, very sad, but I can tell immediately when someone doesn't lacks confidence, when I'm standing there talking to them and they're just doing this number the whole time, like looking around, kind of like this, and you're like, "Hey, bro, how was your day?" And they're like, "Man, it's been pretty good. It's been a good time." Look people in the face, bro, when you talk to them. All right, that's what you need to do. That's what a man does. You look someone in the face when you talk to them. And if you're one of the bros and it's Valentine's Day, well, it's close to Valentine's Day, and you're out there trying to find yourself a future wife, um, you need to look at her in the eyes when you speak to her. Okay, you don't need to be like, "Yeah, it's good seeing you." That's weird, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Look people in the eyes when you talk to them. That's how you do it. It's the eyes, Chico. They never lie. Oh, dude, I'm making a YouTube video. This is Leo, by the way. If you've never met Leo, he's a fucking really sick guy. Absolutely love Leo. Killer, big gangster. Let's get to the next part. If you're enjoying the video so far, go ahead and click the like and subscribe button. I drop videos all the time because it's so much fun. Number 7 is minimal nodding. This is when somebody is not engaged in your conversation, but they are pretending to be engaged. And maybe they don't realize it. It's a subconscious defense mechanism. So when you're talking to someone and they're like, and then remember, the rest of them all matter too. So if they're like looking around the room, they're like, "Uh huh." That right there is a killer, bro. If someone says, "Uh huh," when they look at you, bro, terrible person. Absolutely terrible person. Or at least they lack confidence. And yeah, maybe they're not a terrible person, but they lack confidence at least. Or they just don't want to talk to you. And that's okay. The next one, number 9, we have flared nostrils. You know when someone hits that, that emoji. I'll try and put it on the screen at some point. You know what I mean? That's the like kind of upset. That is a micro expression that reveals that somebody is not happy with what you're saying. Then finally, number 10, we have very slow blinking. When someone hits they're bored, bro. Stop talking to them. Get away. Um, and I know my buddy Yusuf. Shout out to Yusuf once again. Big shout out to Yusuf. Was talking about sly digs. I'm talking about micro expressions. That's what we talked about in this video. I will say this: when you pair everything I talked about in this video, the 4 smiles, the narrow eyes, the lip pressing, the furrowed brows, the lip biting, or the cheek biting, Jesus, the quick eye darting, the minimal nodding, the tense jaws, the flared nostrils, and the slow blinking, when you put all of those together and you see multiple of those signs, plus you have someone giving you sly little digs, what I talked about in that video when someone's like, "You look fire in that outfit, bro. I wish you looked like that all the time." That's that's not funny. You shouldn't be around people like that because they ultimately envy you. Okay, and you need to be with friends that are higher level. I remember one time I had a buddy of mine from high school. We were hanging out, and me and one of my business partners. It was me, one of my business partners, and this guy. And he was looking at me, and he was just saying, "Oh, dude, you drunk bastard! Like you always get drunk. That's all you ever do. You just drink all the time." Oh, you're so stupid, you're so slow. Because that's where I was in high school. And also, this guy has never really grown. He's still got that high school mindset. I'm not trying to hate on this guy. I really love him and I hope the best for him. But that's how he was approaching me. And I remember my business partner, before I could even say anything, looked at him and said, "Hey, bro, I don't want you to talk about Steven like that, because you know what? We don't talk about our friends like that." And he apologized. And so that's a really good way to handle this. When you see someone who's giving you these micro expressions, like, how much of a power move is it when someone's like bored in a conversation and you have to be talking to them? Imagine, I don't know, imagine it's like a really important business conversation. And it's with a client who you've been working with for a very long time, and they start giving you these micro expressions, like they're not having a good time and they're not happy, and they start giving you these little sly digs. What kind of man do you look like to say, "Hey, brother, I'm just going to be honest with you. It just doesn't really seem like you're interested in this conversation. Maybe we can have another conversation another time. I don't know if you're tired or what's going on, but maybe just today is not a good day, and I completely understand that." And back off. He'll start to respect you a little bit more. It sounds a little rude and off-putting, and maybe there's a better way to say it. But if you treat people like that, they'll look at you and say, "I actually respect this person," because ultimately it's about mutual respect. And so if you're hanging around people who are flaring their nostrils at you and tightening their smiles and pretending to like you, that person probably shouldn't be in your life, and you should replace them with better people. So go out there, look around, check your friends, and put some more micro expressions in the comments, because that's what we do around here. We help each other out. I'm trying to help you. You help everybody else too. Put some micro expressions in the comments. Let's go ahead and get out of here. I'm about to play the outro song. 91, 91, 91. Thank you for watching. Thank you. It's an absolutely amazing time. Thank you for coming to the show. Thank you for coming. This is my fucking YouTube channel. Subscribe now. Let's get it going. Have a beautiful day.